This man twisted his ankle while walking, and wanted his teammates to stop and help him, but his teammates, desperate to survive, dared not stop at all, for they were participating in a death race. If they stopped and received 3 warnings, they would be shot on the spot.
Third warning, 49. Final warning.
I'm gonna go.
It turned out this race required constant forward movement. Falling behind meant soldiers would issue warnings. 3 warnings meant death. What was even more terrifying was that this race had no finish line. Out of hundreds, only one could win, earning immense wealth and a wish as a reward. At first, the crowd didn't grasp the danger. They quickly covered 5 miles, but then, one man crouched down to tie his shoelaces. Instantly, the warning sounded.
Number 5. Third warning.
Fortunately, he stood up at the last second, narrowly avoiding the shot. But from now on, he could afford no more mistakes to pass the time. The crowd began fantasizing about the good life after the race. But then, one man's leg cramped up. Mark rushed over to help him up, but the pain left him unable to move forward. Soon he collapsed to the ground. The soldier immediately aimed at him. Mark froze in terror. Fortunately, Ron pulled him back in time, allowing him to regain his composure. Because of this incident, the participants fell silent. Soon they reached the 17th mile. Seeing the beautiful women cheering them on from the roadside, the group finally perked up. Strength gradually returned to their legs. By the time they reached the 25th mile, they had been walking for 3 hours. Yet at that very moment, a man ahead suddenly seized by stomach cramps, desperately needed to relieve himself. Facing the soldier's warnings, he could only trudge on, holding up his pants, but the agony was too intense. After 3 warnings, the soldiers executed him. Though the road became unbearably foul, the others could only pinch their noses and press on. Soon darkness fell, and their minds began to drift, as if they could fall asleep standing up. Fortunately, at the critical moment, Mark dreamt of his mother, jolting him awake from his daze. Even more terrifying, a steep uphill stretch appeared ahead. Many competitors perished on this section. Most had reached their physical limits. Mark's mind went blank. To survive, he could only walk frantically. He felt he might collapse at any moment. Fortunately, Ron noticed his distress and told him to pour water over his head. This cooled Mark down. Supporting each other like this, they managed to complete the stretch. By the next morning, they had covered 59 miles. Only a dozen or so participants remained, and one man had broken his ankle.